I think this is a vowel, and it's a lowercase vowel, and it's got a closed loop and then an open curve at the bottom.
I think it might be the green letter E.
Fantastic!
Yes.
For dyslexic learners, especially the younger ones, their specific learning difficulty can result in a reluctance to engage with traditional teaching techniques. Well thought out games can help break down the barriers and improve the learning experience, while also creating memorable ways of absorbing information.
Tennis.
Does that say tennis?
Tennis. That's tennis. Melted and that's tennis.
Right.
For a dyslexic learner, they need not just to have black and white on a page, they need to have it in different senses. So they need to see, to hear, sometimes to feel. So for younger students, I have feely toys of the different vowel sounds, and then different ones for the vowel names, so they can feel it, and then they have a different memory rather than a visual and an auditory. They actually have a kinesthetic, the feely memory of the letters. And we have the letters on sandpaper or on foam so that they can feel it and actually move the letters individually around.
Antony and Alex play a game of pairs. Players try to find words with matching Y sounds. It's a test of memory and understanding.
Jim.
Jim.
Oh, and syrup.
Good girl. It's very helpful if you do make a game out of it, simply because going through charges of grammar and different types of phonic sounds, etc., can be tedious. If they're interacting with it in a fun way, then they're kind of opening themselves up to the material. It's much, much easier to access then.
Who wants to go first?
Ladies first.
Some simple creative thinking on behalf of the teacher can not only get the lesson off the page, it can get it away from the desk too. Here, a simple target game has Sukraj and Lily showing they can tell the difference between open and closed syllables.
Oh. Okay, pick him up. Lily, brick. Okay.
And they're just as keen to show they know whether a word has a CK or a KE ending.
Good, okay. Lily, quick. Okay. Sukraj. Smoke. Smoke. One of the things you get with dyslexic learners is that they often come with a self-esteem issue and a barrier to learning. So I try and make my lessons fun and a bit riotous at times, because that breaks down those kind of barriers. And I think when you've had fun and you've done something kinesthetic, it's much easier for a lot of children to remember. Yeah. What you need to do is identify chunks of learning that they can absorb at one time. So it's the style is multisensory, so you're hearing, you're seeing things at the same time. The other strategies you might use, like throwing the beanbag, I use all kinds of things like that because it makes it more fun. It's more multisensory, your whole body's involved in it, you're listening, you're looking, your brain's having to think and make choices. But I think more important than any of that, it's fun.
Letters 7.
Letters 8. I've got Stanford. What's your word?
I got penalty.
Penalty. So do I get these?
Yeah, you got them all.
Oh.
For an additional level of engagement, a parent or teacher who's got to know their learner well can devise games according to the learner's interests. Katie's created a football-themed game of word top trumps for soccer-mad William.
Sounds 5.
3.
Yeah, so I get them all. I get them all. I get them all. I get them all.
Right. Some children learn more through games than the hard learning. Certainly William, he's competitive, he likes to win, but he's a really good sport actually. So the games have to be fair in that they soon suss out either if the teacher always wins, then that's demotivating, or if they always win, then they know, well, that's not a fair game. So all the games that I use, there's a real chance that either of us could win, and I think he finds that engaging.
Good. So do you think that's a long vowel sound or a short vowel sound if it's got an A?
Long.
Long, good girl. So it goes in with the long line. The long line, good. My students say, we like going to Mrs. Leach because we never do any work, we just play games. And that's fine. Drip feeding, drip, 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 all the time. Because they do go away with a lot of learning and effective learning because they think that they're not doing any work. Good girl. Jay, you are so fantastic. You've managed to sort all those words, the long vowel sounds and the short vowel sounds, into their bags, okay? So I think that you are a vowel superstar.